Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for NBA on Friday, December 10th, 2021. My name is Steve, and we're going to have 4 picks here for you today that I think are great value bets for the Friday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, guys. We're almost there. We're about 40 away, so if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. If you're a returning viewer as well, please also consider hitting that like button. It really does help us out. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page. It's a great place to connect with our community. I'll have a link in the comment section and in the description of that where you can check that out. Also, be sure to put your favorite pick down below for today. Your favorite bet. Love talking with you guys down in the comments about that. If you'd like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, now getting into our results from the previous episode. So far, our comment cappers, we had gotta get the bag calling the Memphis Grizzlies plus 3.5 spread. Was able to cash that easily. The Grizzlies won by 13. So great call there from gotta get the bag. As far as our stream results, we went 2-1. Should have gotten the sweep. Anthony Davis let us down there at the end. We needed over 22.5 on Anthony Davis, and he finished with 22. So what can you do about that? We were able to cash the Utah Jazz spread easily. -3 spread. They won by about 20 there. And then we also cashed the DeJounte Murray over 7.5 assists. He finished the game with 9. So easily could have gotten the sweep. We also had a nice little rebound day in the NFL, going 2-1 in the NFL there in prime time. I've had my struggles in the NFL lately, so it's good to rebound on that. But we're 27-16 in our last 43 NBA picks, so let's keep that winning momentum going today, guys. Let's get after it today. We're going to get this 4-0, so let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we are going with Kelly Oubre Jr. over 23.5 points here for the Charlotte Hornets at -106 odds. So the Hornets here are taking on the Sacramento Kings, who allow the most points in the NBA to shooting guards. We love that. Kelly Oubre is going to line up at shooting guard here tonight with the absences of LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, and McDaniels all out for the Hornets. So you're going to see Kelly Oubre here running shooting guard here for the Hornets. And he's honestly been a really big surprise this year, at least to me. You know, watching some of his games, I've seen him put up 30+ in a bunch of games. He's 3 of 4 to this line in his last 4 games. Obviously, you know, we're missing those important pieces there for the Hornets. That's why I really love this. You know, give it the matchup, and then you know he's going to have to get at least 20+ shots up tonight for the Hornets to have a chance to win. And it's, you know, a great matchup for him. He actually missed it last game, but he was 8 of 22 from the floor. So I think he could easily improve upon that, have a much better game here, and easily get over 23.5. Honestly, love his line. He's technically 4-4 in his last 8 to this line, but his losses were 21, 22, and 23. So he was right there each time. Honestly, I love seeing that. If you're telling me he's going to be right there with a ceiling to get about 35 to 40, I'll take that all day, especially being at home as well. I think Oubre here is set up for a big game. The Kings have really struggled with shooting guards. We took a prop against the Kings the other night with Gary Harris, over 10.5 points, cashed that easily in the first half. So I'm anticipating that we're easily going to cash this tonight. I'm looking for Oubre to go for 30+ tonight. So that might actually be my value bet tonight. We run a value bet on TikTok. I might have Oubre going for 30+ tonight. We'll see, though. Anyway, take it there for your number 1 pick, Kelly Oubre, over 23.5 points here for the Charlotte Hornets at -106 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we are going with Jarrett Allen, over 29.5 PRAs here for the Cleveland Cavaliers at -125 odds. So Allen is actually 7-2 to this line in his last 9 games. His losses were both hooks. He finished with 29 in both of the losses. So honestly, I love seeing that. Means he's there every single game. He's bringing it. He's actually 7-0 on the road in his last 7 games on the road to this line as well. So love seeing that. This game going to be in Minnesota here for Cleveland. So, you know, the other thing for Allen is this is also what I would consider a plus matchup for him, right? This is a great matchup for him. The Timberwolves allowed the 11th most points to centers and the 3rd most rebounds to centers as well. So it's definitely in line here to have a very solid game against a team that doesn't defend centers very well, both on the glass and also as far as scoring as well. So I'm looking for Jared Allen easily to cash this, honestly. I think his PRA line should at least be in the mid-30s. Even though you wouldn't think that, but he's been really consistent here lately. So I love it there for a number 2 pick. Jared Allen over 29.5 PRAs here for the Cleveland Cavaliers at minus 125 odds. Okay, and at number 3, we're going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 33.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder at minus 104 odds. So Shai is actually 3 of 3 to this line in his last 3 games. And he's 2-0 versus the Lakers already this season, this line, with PRA lines of 37 and 41 in those 2 games. So I love the matchup here. Lakers allow the 12th most points to point guards, the most rebounds, and the most assists to point guards. They do not defend point guards well at all. So I think Shai is definitely going to have a great opportunity here to cash this line. He's already cashed it in his 2 games versus the Lakers already this season. And he's hot right now, right? He's been clearing his PRA line with points really in his last 3. He's averaging over 31 points a game in his last 3 games. So I definitely think Shai is going to be able to get this relatively easily. Initially I was looking at his assist line, which is 5.5. I also think that's great too. The value on that was about plus 110, and he's had a couple really big assist games lately as well. So I really like Shai here to get after it against the Lakers team that might be a little bit tired, from the night, from last night there in Memphis where they lost by 13. So love it there for a number 3 pick. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 33.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder at minus 104 odds. Okay, and finally at number 4, we're going with the Toronto Raptors money line here versus the New York Knicks at minus 118 odds. So the Raptors have really had the Knicks number here recently. They really are the Knicks kryptonite. The Raptors are 8-2 versus the Knicks in the last 10 games overall. And Knicks coming in here really struggling, honestly. Just got blown out in Indiana. Have a losing record. They're under 500 here on the season. They're 23rd in the NBA in defensive efficiency. Raptors are 17th in NBA in defensive efficiency. Both these teams are, Raptors are slightly better on that end of the ball. But the Knicks have to play good defense to win. That's the difference for me. The Knicks are built in such a way that if they don't play great team defense, they're not going to win a lot of games. It's just the way it is. They don't have Kevin Durant on their team. They don't have Stephen Curry on their team. They don't have Damian Lillard. They don't have any of these big names on their team. They have guys that are good players that could get it done a lot of times, but they don't have that one guy that could take over a game. Julius Randle is the closest thing they have to it, and he's fairly inconsistent at this. He can at times, and he can look great, and you can think, oh man, Randle's really taking that step. And he'll come out the next game and put up 8 points and 7 boards. He'd be like, what happened to Randle? Where'd he go? Guys, Randle's missing. Where'd he go? But that's what happens. That's just the reality of the situation. The Knicks just aren't built to win without their defense. And honestly, I don't see this as a good matchup for the Knicks either. Knicks allow the 8th most 3-pointers made per game. And when you're talking about the guys we have on the outside here for the Raptors, and Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent Jr. both shoot the 3 very well, that's going to be a problem. And also now with Siakam back. Now, granted, when the Raptors beat the Knicks here earlier in the season, 113-104, they had Anunoby, who was obviously a very big, piece there for the Raptors. But now they have Siakam back. So it's like it kind of evens out, and we have the Raptors here at home. Now, if you were to look at the against the spread trends, you'd disagree with me here if you were just going based on that. The Raptors are actually 3-10 at home against the spread. The Knicks are 7-5 on the road against the spread. But I think this is one of those games. This is a pick'em game. I think because of that, I think the Raptors have lost some respect from Vegas here at home, which is warranted to a point. But I just don't see the Raptors losing this game at home with Siakam, Trent Jr., and VanVleet. I think that's enough for them to get it done. The Raptors at least have Siakam, who honestly I trust more than anybody on the Knicks as far as to get me a bucket. I trust Siakam way more. So I love it there, guys, for number 4 pick. Toronto Raptors money line here versus the New York Knicks at minus 118 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here by the end of the week, and I can't do it without you. If you're a returning viewer, please also consider hitting that like button. It really does help us out. I appreciate all of you. We've been really hot here in the NBA lately, 27-16. And like I said, we went 2-1 last night. Really should have gotten the sweep. Anthony Davis made me very, very angry. Not really. He did disappoint me, though. I don't know if it's as much him as the coaching staff pulling him late that was, I think, the part that really bothered me. I was watching the game, and they were going to Davis, at the end of the game a good bit, and I was like, man, all he needs is one more trip down the floor, and right before he's about to have the next possession, of course, the guy there for the Grizzlies, I think it was Bane, hit a 3, and it sent all the Lakers off the floor. I'm like, oh, come on. Just a brutal way to lose, but what can you do? We're going to get this 4-0 today, guys. I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for supporting the channel. I do appreciate all of you. I really do. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you back for the next episode. Peace out.